Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christian with PerfectStockAlert.com, a 100% free service for smart investors and traders. All we ask in return, please refer a friend. Today is Monday. It is March the 12th, 2012, and we've got three charts that I want to look at today. I've updated several on the website that you can check out at our free website at PerfectStockAlert.com. Under chart notes there, you can see all the annotations I have on all the charts. The main thing here is we're seeing some pullbacks in the market, and I want to use that as a buying opportunity. And then I'm going to show you why. You can see that and how we know that the market's probably going to go actually higher, even though the market right now is being lethargic and showing signs that we talked about last Friday. We talked about how there's some signs going on that are maybe supporting the bearish viewpoint in the market, but actually I think it's a false signal. And let me show you some of the reasons why. Here's one right now. We're looking at oil, and this is a situation where we've had this pullback here. Nice hammer candlestick formation, another one here. We have a buy signal here. We got a little move to the upside, and now we're starting to trend back a little bit. And we're seeing that in a few different charts out there in the market. Some of them have a higher advance. Some of them did more like this, and then it pulling back a little bit. I want to use that pullback as a buying opportunity if I get the right setups. So that's something that I would want to bring to your attention. Be looking for long positions, not short. And this one in particular, I am already a big fan of, and so I'm going to keep that long position open there and not advance my stop here. One of the things that you need to note here when you look at the ultimate oscillator, look at the trend here of the low points. You can see that we're trending up. This shows that the momentum to the upside is increasing, while it's showing here the close of this candlestick, the corresponding time frame. Right, and the close of this candlestick today, corresponding time frame, again, is trending down. So what we have here is a bullish setup, basically a bullish divergence where we can expect price to the downside here is unsustainable and will move higher. So as long as she pulls back within this range, I'd be a buyer here as long as she maintains my stop, respects that stop, and doesn't take it out. So that's what I'd be doing here, expecting that price activity will actually, if you look at the high point here compared to here, all right, we'll compare those high points to the actual corresponding candlesticks there, and way down where we're at now, you can see that price activity should actually be at this level. So that's just free money in my book. Now the counter argument, of course, would be that no, the markets are not going to go higher, the market's going to go lower, and that the peak is in, and so forth and so on. Well, let's analyze that. Now remember, I think it was a week ago, I said that the market pullback was not the start of a major move to the downside. It was just a small pullback within an overall channel that we've been moving sideways in, and I would be a buyer there. I also stated that if that were true, then you would see the dollar would remain within its channel. So even though it ran up, let me get the tools out here, even though it ran up to test the previous high, it did not break out because it's within a channel. Then you'll see that we sold off from that point, and we've bounced back up to it again, and then today we're getting up to that level again, but we still fail to break out. And we, in fact, are showing a resistance line here. That's what this candlestick is showing us when we have a inverted hammer on the top like that. So we're seeing sell signs here. Also, if you look at the momentum on the ultimate oscillator trending down, while the close of the corresponding time frame in the candlesticks was actually trending up. That means that this move to the upside is unsustainable. It's not being supported by momentum, and that means that this is actually a sell opportunity. Keep your stop in place, and that's also confirming that the markets are not breaking down. So let's look at something else. Okay, here we are looking at the VIX, the volatility index. This runs the inverse of the S&P 500. Basic overall same chart pattern. You'll notice at this point we talked about a week ago, we said this was the channel. You had to run up to this level, not expecting a breakout here because we were not expecting the markets to break down. And if the markets did break down, you would see the VIX break out to the upside. That's because they run the inverse of one another, right? All right, so what happened? She comes up here, tests it, and falls away from it. But then what happens? Last Friday we told you to keep a stop at the high here, and you'll notice that we have advanced that stop. If you're following these charts on our website, we've advanced that stop to the high of this candlestick here. But note this candlestick's low. It is lower than the previous. So what this is actually showing here is a break down to a new low in the VIX in turn is a new high to the S&P 500. That's, remember, they run the inverse of one another. So even if you're looking at the channel and saying, okay, I think the channel that you were right about, that's all great and dandy, but I think it's over. The channel trade is finished. Okay, if that's true, and it's possible, then the actual breakout isn't to the downside in the S&P 500, it's to the upside. Again, I would be a buyer looking for buy opportunities in this market, not sell opportunities, even though I know we do have the Fed meeting this week. It could throw a little bit of a fur ball in there, but just hack it up and move forward, right? Okay, if you've not been to our free website at perfectstockalert.com, it's right there. It's 100% free, and all we ask in return, please refer a friend. That's it. Just a friend. If you don't have any friends, go make one. I don't care if it's a bum on the street. Just, hey, go check out perfectstockalert.com. The guy's really bored. All right. God bless. Take care. See you tomorrow. Please take a moment to review our disclaimer. The information provided herein is our opinion only. Under no circumstances do any statements here represent a recommendation to buy or sell securities or make any kind of an investment. You are responsible for your own due diligence. To summarize, we do not provide investment advice, nor do we make any claims or promises that any information here will lead to a profit, loss, or any other result. These videos are for educational purposes only.